Have I told you how beautiful you are today, by the way?
Oh, thank you so much, dear. Thank you so much. As I find my space.
Well, we learned something new about Jim Thorpe, an Oklahoman, so pretty cool there. Shelly, why are you so passionate about sharing work from your students digitally inside and outside your classroom?
You know, my number one goal in my classroom is to help my students love learning again. I teach at a one-to-one iPad school of homeless children, and I have a lot to repair with that. And so when I encourage them to share the things that they're making and creating in the classroom, it really gives them a purpose when they know that other people besides their teacher is going to see that work. And so it's really powerful to encourage them to do that. So Wes, you know, there is a fear factor to sharing work outside of your classroom. How are you addressing that fear factor with your teachers?
Well, I think as teachers, we understand the power of sharing, but teachers have lots of different experiences when it comes to digital sharing. So one of the things that we need to do is identify parameters. What students do we have permission from them and from parents to share their photo, to share their work, and really having a clear picture? I know at your school they call them red shirts when you can't share their work. Second of all, identifying the channels for where we can share that. Now that may be a shared channel, like a Facebook page for the school or the district, or it may be a class page, like a class blog or a class YouTube channel. And this year at our school, we set up a shared YouTube channel for student projects. And that way, if a teacher's not ready yet to have their own YouTube channel, just like a Google Doc, we can share access to that channel and they can publish student work. Because student work is really the fruit of why we have all these digital devices to create and share. Shelly, can you tell us a story from this last year that really highlights the power of digital sharing?
I think it's really important to make sure that all students feel like they're a complete participant in our classroom environment and our classroom culture, even when we have limitations on the ways that they can share. I'm really intentional about getting pictures of students from their birthday parties or field trips we're taking inside their learning journals that we have in the classroom, but also sometimes I have to get a little bit creative when it comes to outside sharing. So in this picture, I have a red shirt in there, and I just happen to have a Darth Vader vest. I knew I was going to do that. Darth Vader mask. Handy, so when we had these guests come visit in our classroom, I was able to put that mask on Sean, who is my red shirt, so that he could feel like he was a part of our classroom community, and we could share that out to our school Twitter channel. So anyway, that was kind of a fun and creative way to share outside of our classroom. So speaking of some of these strategies that we're using and sharing, so what are the ways and the strategies that you're developing for your teachers?
Nice green screen, by the way. We've been doing a lot of good green screen this year. One of the first things I did last summer when I became a technology director was to set up a shared website to really highlight student work, and we call it our Learning Showcase. It's a blogger site, but it's a place where we can post a few sentences, some pictures, and then student work. And we can do that with teachers because it's great to learn about innovation happening away across the country, but it resonates differently in our community when it's happening next door or it's happening across campus. And so that's definitely one way. Using technology as an amplifier to amplify innovation and to amplify student work. And this year we're going to be doing Technology Tuesdays, which won't just be a time for an email blast that, yes, will go to parents as well as our teacher community, but also providing some face-to-face opportunities to learn about new apps and strategies, but probably most importantly, the innovation happening right within the walls of our school. Shelly, you're really passionate about student voice. Why is that?
You know, students need to know that they matter. And they need to know that their voices are going to be heard outside of the classroom. And so I think it's a really important thing for us to captivate those students, the things that they're passionate about, their gifts that they have. And I have one student, and he loves rapping, and he wants to be a rapper when he grows up. And so he was asked to create a rap for our volunteer luncheon. And so he worked really hard with that because he knew that he was going to have an audience for that. And so he worked with the students in the classroom. He has an app on that gives him the beats, you know, to do that. And actually, we had a guest come in who we were able to FaceTime with to really give us some good pointers on that. So Landon took his rap and he created it, he recorded it, he presented it to the volunteer luncheon, and then we were able to take that and share it on our classroom YouTube channel. For him, that was a huge thing because he knew that what he was doing had purpose. and it was shared to a big, wide, real audience. So Wes, coming together and sharing inside and outside, how can we all get involved in that sharing process?
Well, I am so glad you asked, Shelly. We've set up a website, digitalsharing.org, and a Twitter channel, DigiShare. And of course, we're on Twitter. We would love to amplify the sharing that you're doing. See, we are the pioneers. Those of us that are here, right? We're not the voluntolds, we're the volunteers, right? Or maybe there's a few folks that had to be there here that are working, but you're getting paid. But amplifying the work we're doing is important. And I really believe not only do we need to empower others in schools and classrooms to share inside and outside, but every organization needs to tell their story. And we can have a pivotal role within our communities, encouraging people how they can be intentional, they can be safe, and they can be effective sharing inside as well as outside the walls of their building. Thanks.